On March 1, 2012, the Unity of Two Nations, Malawi and Ireland, led to a meeting entitled Gender and Nutrition, the Role of a Rural Woman in Improving Nutrition. The function hosted by the Malawi mission was held at the Permanent Mission of Ireland to the United Nations, and it added weight to the CSW 56 theme of empowerment of rural women and their role in poverty and hunger eradication, development and current challenges. Among the distinguished panelists that took part in the discussions were Irish Minister of Disability, Equality, Mental Health and Older Persons of Ireland, Honourable Mrs. Kathleen Lynch, Irish Envoy HE Ambassador Anne Anderson, Malawi Envoy His Excellency Ambassador Brian Bowler, Chair of the lead group on the Scaling Up Nutrition Movement and Executive Director of UNICEF, Mr. Anthony Lake, and Dr. Grace Malindi, Technical Advisor of the National Smallholder Farmers Association of Malawi, NASFAM. Ireland is a big island to the west of the United Kingdom. It is a highly developed democracy with an advanced modern economy. The island is called the Gem of Europe. Ireland is surrounded by numerous seas and the magnificent Atlantic Ocean. The North Channel, the Celtic Sea, and the St. George Channel can also be found around this giant island called Ireland. Ireland has played an important role in its aid to Malawi through the Irish Aid Programme with excellent results. Ireland Ambassador Mrs. Anne Anderson chaired the meeting.
The UN community is extraordinarily lucky to have somebody of Tony Lake's calibre in his role as Executive Director.
The Honourable Minister of Disability, Equality, Mental Health and Older Persons of Ireland, Mrs. Kathleen Lynch, launched the discussion during the meeting, highlighting the role of a rural woman in improving nutrition.
And that we have the knowledge and the means to eradicate this scourge once and for all. Yet, some 1 billion people, or 1 in 7, are hungry in our world as we meet today. And we meet at lunchtime. I think that's important. 1 in 3 people are suffering from hidden hunger or chronic lack of vitamins and minerals, resulting in impaired mental development, disease and death. A third of children under 5, around 195 million children, are stunted and undernourished, and 3 million of these children will die every year. Why is it such an important issue for Ireland? In the last number of years, we in Ireland have been increasingly focusing on what we can do through our official development assistance programme to tackle the scourge of global hunger and undernutrition. Since 2008 and the publication of the Irish Hunger Task Force report, we have prioritised 3 areas: boosting the agricultural productivity of smallholder farmers, and in particular women farmers in sub-Saharan Africa, targeting undernutrition in infants, children and mothers, and promoting governance and leadership actions in tackling global hunger.
The Malawi rural woman is the major food producer as she makes up 70% of all farmers. This means that the agriculture-based economy of Malawi survives through her input. His Excellency Ambassador Brian Bowler of the Republic of Malawi to the United Nations told the participants to the panel discussion.
The rural women of Malawi are very central in improving nutrition, as in many other countries. It is a miracle that with a baby on her back, a bag of commodities on her head, a handful of firewood, and a small hoe in her hand, this extraordinary person is contributing significantly in a very meaningful way to the development of her community and the country. She is not only the most cases the breadwinner of the family, but in most cases she's a critical caregiver in all facets of life. The rural woman is a major producer in my country, where she contributes to over 70% of our agriculture. Malawi being an agriculture country, so 70% is a huge, huge contribution.
An important witness was given by Dr. Grace Malindi, the technical advisor of NASFAM.
It's very paramount under NASFAM. With this kind of organization, we see today that membership for NASFAM has now come to 108,000 smallholder farmers, where women constitute 37%, and they work within as action groups that are also supported by association, committees.
During the panel discussion, chair of the lead group on the Scaling Up Nutrition Movement and executive director of UNICEF, Mr. Anthony Lake, gave the participant his personal memories of how the women in Malawi have an important role in the rural activities, showcasing one incident that showed the rural woman being stronger than is when it comes to hoeing.
With a grandmother who had 2 grandchildren in her care and who was living on cash transfers and using them, by the way, to help improve her community as well. And we got to talking, and I told her that I had been a farmer, as I was for 12 years, working my own farm also, and I would love to go and see her little plot of land that she was at the time hoeing to get ready to plant. So she grabbed me. This was completely off the script of what I was supposed to do. The UNICEF officials with me were terribly happy about it. And the 2 of us took off to her plot of land, and she said, I'm about to hoe it, you know. And I said, well, I'd love to see that, and maybe I could join you. So she found a hoe for me and a hoe for her, and we started hoeing, and I was in one furrow and she was in the next, and we were hoeing along. And then I started looking, and I couldn't see her, and finally I looked way behind me, and there she was hoeing way behind me, and I was still struggling at the beginning of the furrow. Not a memory I particularly enjoyed revealing.